following announcement has been paid for by the
Wealth Management Advisory Club. Everybody's the president of the Wealth Management Advisory Club, Jack Mitchell here. Welcome back to another exciting WMA club meeting. So before I send you guys off to our amazing meeting you guys are about to watch today, a couple announcements on our end first, as always. First of all, I know I'm going to say this at the end of the meeting today, but I'm just going to say it now. Next week, we are only going to be having one meeting, and there will be one co-hosting event that we will be doing. The reason for this is basically one of our speakers that was scheduled to show up on next Thursday was because he has a prior engagement. We are working with Joseph Kelly to have him come and speak to us again this semester. So again, stay tuned for that. So to just run down next week's schedule, there will only be one meeting next week, and that'll be on Tuesday at 6 to 7 p.m. in the Mansion Room 13, Dickinson Hall, Room 1170, on Zoom and on our WMA Club socials. Primerica, Ferd, Tambora will be coming in to speak to us. And then Thursday will be the Spring 2023 in-person career fair that WMA Club, FDU Silberman, and the FDU Career Center will be hosting as well. And I really encourage all of our members to please go and network with these professionals. You guys have already listened to two amazing LinkedIn workshops from the PDP program and yours truly with WMA Club. So again, please take advantage of all the resources we gave you, and please put them into practice. Please do that. The second thing, we have now added one bonus event. Yes, we are going to be partnering up with FDU FPC in, I think, April 21st to bring to you Devil's World 2023. Yes, we'll be partnering with a bunch of other clubs and organizations, and I'm super excited to be doing this, and not only that, to have the WMA Club also will be helping out with as well. So again, that'll be from 1 to 5 p.m. on the library lawn. And sorry, this is a forum exclusive event. I'm sorry, Metro. I'm sorry if we were affiliated by Metro SGA. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they do Nights World, something like that. But if they did, we would love to do it. So again, that will be Friday, April 21st. And that will be in the library lawn from 1 to 5 p.m. Be an exciting day. I cannot wait for it. So that's the second thing. Finally, it is time to mention once again our sponsors. And yes, we still have sponsors. We're still going to mention them. Today's sponsor actually is the presentation you guys are about to watch today. Because unfortunately, Ameriprise Carl Campbell cannot show up for this meeting. And on top of that, I had a backup plan just in case this would happen, which I knew would happen. That would invite in one of our former e-board members of the WMA Club and actually the current e-board member of the Student Managed Investment Fund Club, Louis Mignon III, to come and speak to us. Unfortunately, he was not able to make that meeting at that day. So I had to speak on behalf of IMA. Just in the case of emergency, we had to do that, break that class, and just have the meeting. So today's sponsor is IMA, the Institute of Management Accountants. At IMA, they provide their members with the best resources and tools to help them succeed in their career. Their members are composed of management accountants and financial professionals who gain access to their extensive network of peers and an array of resources. They provide a variety of services such as certifications like the CMA exam and the CSCA exam, training, and education. Their certification program is recognized around the world and is designed to help professionals excel in their field. Their training courses and education programs provide the necessary knowledge and skills needed to succeed. They also have a variety of events and activities to engage with their members, and their events serve as a platform for networking, exchanging ideas, and learning from each other. They're committed to helping their members reach their goals, and they would like to personally invite you, yes, you who's watching this right now, to join IMA, be part of their global community. Join IMA today. So, if you click the link on our link tree or go to our website, click the sponsors page and click that link. And if you use code CAMPUS23, you as a student, and this only applies for undergraduate students and graduate students, nobody older than that can apply to this. But again, if you use code CAMPUS23, you can become an IMA member for just $25 a year. Yes, I am not lying when I say that. $25 a year if you use code CAMPUS23. I know I'm going to say in the presentation today, but again, use that code. Thanks to our friends at IMA and yours truly being an IMA Campus Ambassador. We really oblige you guys with this deal. Again, I'd like to thank IMA for sponsoring today's meeting. One last thing I'm going to mention. I know some of you guys are probably looking at the FDU Silberman page and see that there is a website already there. Please do not use that website for all your WMA club stuff. Do not use that. They do not have the accurate information. Please use the one that we have, which is fduwma.wixsite.com. Do not use theirs because they will not provide you the Zoom link. Also, do not provide the accurate information. We have all the accurate information and also able to watch all the meetings on there, get all the sponsor deals, all that good stuff. So again, use our website, not theirs. I'm going to try and talk to them, try to take it down that way, or even replace it with the clickable link so you can be sent right to our website from there. But with that nitpick out of the way, if you guys are ready, and I know I'm most certainly ready, and dang, it's the second presentation I am doing in 1 week. That's just crazy. So, about to send you guys off in the meeting.
And now, our feature presentation.
Started. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Wealth Management Advisory Club meeting. So, before we begin, just want to say a couple things. First of all, unfortunately, Carl Campbell from Ameriprise Financial could not make it here today, nor Louis Mignon III could not make it today, unfortunately. So, just in case this type of situation would happen, I am going to be presenting to you guys IMA, the Institute of Management Accountants. One thing I was just going to mention before we begin here, next week there will only be one meeting. Joseph Kelly from VIII Financial Services will not be able to show up on Thursday, and luckily enough, actually, there is the in-person career on Thursday, so it actually works out. So we want you guys to go and, enjoy yourself at the in-person career fair, get to network with these professionals, give yourselves a maximum amount of time, to put yourself out there. So that's great. So there will be one meeting next week. It'll be on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Obviously, you will see me at the career fair on next Thursday. So again, just to throw that out there. Also, I think for everybody, I think you all should have probably received on your emails the tax preparation and the LinkedIn handshake workshop. Yeah. Let me just do this because I think one of my e-board members is trying to show up here. All right. So that out of the way, I just want to make sure I get my slides up here because hopefully everyone enjoyed the PDP event that just happened a couple minutes ago. I know Paige and Pat and Mara, they had a great presentation, guys, about prepare yourself for the career fair that's coming up next week. Obviously, we have done it already. So I feel like, it's not a lot of, crazy stuff happening. But alrighty, so let's get this going. Let's get this presentation underway. Let me make sure I share my screen here. All right, I want to make sure everyone sees my screen. All right, everyone sees my screen. All right, here we go. All right, so today, like I said earlier, for everyone who just came in, unfortunately, Carl Campbell cannot make it here today, nor Louis Mignon III to represent Ameriprise Financial. So I will be presenting to you guys IMA, the Institute of Management Accountants, for today. Again, we are going to try our very best to have them come back next semester. Hopefully, we're going to try and work things out with them. So, without any further ado, let's get this party started. All right. So today's presenter is yours truly, yes, the WMA Club President. Just want to learn a little bit about myself here. For anyone who does not know who I am, my name is Jack Mitchell. I graduated from Ann Arbor Park High School in 2020. I'm currently a junior accounting major here at Fairleigh-Dickinson University, Silberman College of Business, involved in numerous clubs here at FDU Silberman. Hell, if I even ran them off my hands, I probably have a bunch of fingers. Accounting Society, I'm the treasurer of Beta Alpha Psi Nu Sigma chapter, marketing clubs, at the time, Finance Club, CFA Club, and also, I'm also the president of WMA Club and formerly the publicist of the club. And I'm also an e-board member of the Student Management Investment Fund Club, and I'm also a member of the Dean Student Advisory Board here at FDU Silberman. Some organizations I am involved with, I'm involved with the American Financial Association, the Associate General Accounting, the AGA North NJ chapter, the E-Marketing Association, the International Federation of Accountants, the National Association of Sales Professionals, the Professional Accounting Society for America, the Young CPA Network, the AICPA NJ chapter, the NJCPA, which is the New Jersey Certified Public Accountants, the Morris Essex chapter, and I'm also part of the NJCPA student programs and scholarships. So hopefully I make sure I run down that list right. And of all the numerous other groups in NJCPA, and I'm also a member of IMA. I'm also a member of the IMA Morris Essex chapter. Just some internships I've had in the past. Obviously, I was part of the freshman pathways program with PKF O'Connor's Davies in June 2021 with an externship. No, no, it's like, ladies and gentlemen, special guest Sergio. No worries, Sergio, no worry. I had an externship with AT&T, their AT&T Star Learning Academy in July 2021. I had a tax verification internship with them in January of last year, which also then led me over to an internship with Deloitte & Touche with Audit Assurance in the summer of 2022. And I'm currently back with them doing financial services audit this time around. If I could get the Kevin, I know I'm seeing it right now. I apologize that we have some technical difficulties on the Metro end. We're trying to get the Zoom card there. So again, if you see this in the recording, I apologize. Kevin, I don't know if you want to mute the card. Obviously, I could see then what you're trying to do here. Let me FaceTime you from my iPad because I have the dang video, my phone for the other one. I don't know where Mitchell will head off to. Okay. Oh, wait, you know, I can just show you. Kevin, if you look on there, if you look here, just, if you see switch camera, if you see switch camera, just switch the camera around. So if you look at where I'm looking at, just hit switch camera and then you should be able to switch the camera.
I don't know if you can hear me. It's not the camera. It's this meeting is being live streamed.
Oh yeah, just hit okay. Just hit okay. It's fine.
I don't know how to. You can't.
No, you hit share content. And then it'll get out of it. And then do that. And then you could just, that's all it works for me. Just hit share content and then oh God. Yeah. Geez. Okay. There we go. There. Oh, you almost had it. You almost had it there, Kevin. You almost had it there.
Yeah. But the bigger problem is that this is stuck on the screen and it impedes kind of on everything. You can't really.
No, when you hit share screen, then just close out of that, and then you should be fine then, because that's what I do on the forum campus. It works.
All right, I'll figure it out. We can continue. Thank you.
Okay, that's all right, Kevin. I apologize for the inconvenience there, guys. I apologize. So you see a little hiccup there on our end. That is our bad. Why am I viewing the card? Should be viewing. All right, back to my desktop actually. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Geez. Okay, let me get back to this now. Back to where we were there. Okay. All right. So in addition to that, I am an IMA campus ambassador. I'm also a campus ambassador for AICPA and SEMA. And I'm also a campus ambassador for NJCPA. And I'm also the chief operating officer at Buddy, which is a mental health app geared towards college students. My business is school email are on the screen right there. And also my phone number is there if anyone wants to contact me. I am an open door policy. If you do call me, just tell me, hey, I saw you at the IMA meeting. We could definitely talk about more in depth about IMA and accounting. So, all right. So today's agenda, we're going to talk about IMA and the CMA, and we're also talking about careers in management accounting. Like I said earlier, we're talking about what is IMA, how you gain an edge with the CMA exam, steps to becoming a CMA, and then part 2 is the CSCA exam, and then we have the Q&A sessions. Hopefully, we can get some people to ask some questions here. All right. So first off, the IMA and SEMA. So for anyone who's probably a new member here, freshman, you probably have never heard of IMA or SEMA. Has anyone in this room right now actually has heard? Oh, welcome. You can sit down right there. Sorry. Has anyone ever heard of IMA or SEMA? SEMA. Okay. I'm respecting. All right. So before we get to that, let's talk about careers in management accounting. So this picture right here, it helps you show the different roles and responsibilities of the internal management accountant as compared to the external public accountant. So if we look to the right here, that represents public accounting. So that's the externals. That's audit and tax. That's basically what I'm doing with them right now, what I did at Deloitte. Public accountants, they focus on compliance. And the relevant certification is a CPA exam. For anyone who does not know what CPA is, it means Certified Public Accountants. They are licensed, granted by a U.S. state, and it focuses on historical data. However, on the flip side of things, if you go to do management accounting, which is internal, which is develop, implement, manage, and report, management accounts support the creation of value rather than simply measuring it. The relevant certification is the CMA exam, which is a global professional certification, and it focuses on the future and support on supporting strategy. Now, I think you can see the roles and these day-to-day job responsibilities for these two types of accounts are very, very different. Essentially, the management accountant helps the company to make money, because that's all we want to do in life, make money, while the public accountant helps the company stay in compliance. So, who we are, what we do, and where do we work? So let's start here with the light green boxes here. These are some of the titles that internal accountants might hold in the workplace. These include Vice President of Finance, Controller, Financial Manager, Chief Financial Officer. Now watch what happens here. Ooh, look at that, transitions. These blue boxes represent examples of work that management accountants are doing on the job, which basically examples are providing accurate information for better decisions, execute budgeting and forecasting, establish and maintaining internal controls, support business management and strategic development, plan for the long term, and act as a trusted business advisor. And then finally, if I could snap my fingers, we got the gray boxes. Finally, these gray boxes represent places where you'll find management accountants working. So basically, you'll find them working in non-for-profit organizations, government organizations, private firms, multinational corporations, and even academic institutions. For anyone who actually, it's a fun fact, we do have two professors here, I think, at FDU who are actually CMA certified. And funny enough, I actually had classes with them. And funny enough, I had them my sophomore year, my fall semester. It was actually, I think it was cost accounting and it was IFA 1. So shout out to Professor McGregor and Professor Samgaff right there. So want to throw that little plug there. All right, the management accounting profession. So this information is derived from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it tells us that over 75% of accounting and finance professionals in the U.S. are working inside companies and organizations. The other 25% or so are working in professional services, such as your public accountants who support their clients with audit and tax. It is important when reading this to understand this, because if you are starting your career in public accounting, it is very likely that within 3 to 5 years, you're going to move into a position in the industry. IMA and the CMA can help you when you make that transition. And if you start your career in industry, there are lots, and I mean a plethora of opportunities available for you. Again, the IMA and CMA can support you in your career. And just to talk about now the future of the profession in accounting, basically want to talk about now new technology, so data analytics, blockchain, artificial intelligence. Probably most of you guys have probably heard about ChatGPT and all those other platforms out there. Yes, it is evolving. AI is evolving every single day. So disruption in the accounting profession. Even as well, with management accountants are uniquely qualified to manage this change. Now, you're probably wondering, well, where do these management accountants work? Well, they work at these companies. And I'm not lying, they work at these companies. For example, Tesla, Amazon, American Express, Johnson, Nike, Samsung, Goldman Sachs. Funny enough, we did borrow them in last semester. You guys want to watch that on our YouTube channel. Just want to throw that plug in there. Intel, Ford, BP, just to name a few, even Google and KPMG, even the United Nations as well. All these companies, which are either publicly traded, privately held, non-for-profit, government, small business, need accounting and finance management professionals with good planning, budgeting, and decision analysis skills. So again, I'm just going to show you guys what these people actually had said about the CMA, because again, I do not want to bore you guys out with that. I am actually playing you guys a little video in a couple slides about, how the CMA helped them out in their career. But again, you basically just brief this over. I'm just going to talk a little bit about this person. So this person is Diane Isabor, who's a senior financial analysis at Cummings. And her advice is basically take advantage of the CMA scholarship and take the exam while you're in school. I will tell you guys on how you could do that in the next couple slides about getting the CMA scholarship. And then we have Michael Kelly, who is also CMA and CPA certified. Yes, you can be both dual certified in both CMA and CPA at the same time. And his advice is basically dream big, have courage, and work hard. Make time for self-reflection and self-analysis and see if the work you're doing is getting the results you want. Take an honest look within yourself if your results aren't there. If you want to see a change, you must make a change. And I definitely would agree on that. So now we're going to talk about what is IMA, because you're probably yelling at your screen. You're probably sitting there like, Jack, what is IMA? What do the word letters mean? Well, let me explain. IMA is the Institute of Management Accountants. It is a global association with more than 125 members worldwide and more than 300 student and professional chapters. Like I said in my intro, I am a member of the IMA Morris Essex chapter. And at one point, I actually did speak to a couple of IMA student chapters last year. IMA has more than 300 professional local student chapters located in cities and campuses all around the world. And this creates a great networking opportunity. We have 4 regions and 10 global offices, and IMA also offers the CMA certification, the Certified Management Accounting, the global standard in management accounting, in addition to many other career-enhancing resources. And fun fact, did you guys know that IMA headquarters is actually located in New Jersey? Yes, it is actually located in New Jersey. If you go up to Montville, New Jersey, you actually will go and visit the IMA headquarters, and believe it's an awesome place. I actually visited there, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Amazing place to go to. So please take advantage of that if you guys are in the New Jersey area. So now you're probably wondering, well, wait, what do I have to gain from IMA? Well, first of all, I'll get the obvious one out of the way. Taking the CMA exam. That's obvious, right? So basically, I'll talk about now the student membership benefits. So you have valuable leadership experience, the network of over 125 global members, the IMA Student Leadership Conference, which I will talk about that in a little bit. About that, I'm sure they'll plug there. Competitions, scholarships, and awards. More than $30,000 is awarded each year in scholarship. Be sure to check the IMA website for details of the various scholarship requirements and due dates. They also have student case and manuscript competitions that allow students to showcase their skills and knowledge. And they also offer reduced memberships and CMA-related fees for students. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But before that, I just want to throw a little plug that we do offer free IMA learning opportunities for students and academics. So basically this academic year, IMA is offering 2 really great courses for free to our student and academic members. So you could take the Data Analytics and Visualization Fundamental Certificate, or you could take the RPA series for free. Upon completion of the courses, you'll receive a certificate along with a digital badge that you could post to LinkedIn. This is a really great way to stand out and show that you are serious about your career. I actually did both of these. Very, very informative sessions. I really appreciate doing this. I definitely would recommend it to everyone here at WMA Club to do that. Also, just want to mention something that is coming up. Actually, funny enough, will actually be coming up, not next week, but the following week on Tuesday, on the 28th, is IMA's Student Series. So basically, I know I'm going to probably plug this back in when I talk about the CMA scholarship, but they will be holding a finance and accounting professional panel Tuesday, February 28th from 7 to 8 p.m. So basically right after we have our bonus meeting on the 28th, hop on Zoom, log on and enjoy listening to great professionals talk about finance and accounting. That's from 7 to 8 p.m. And you do not even need to be an IMA member. You could be a non-IMA member. You could be an IMA member if you want, but it's completely free to everybody. Also, I just like to mention that there are some New Jersey chapters out there. So again, this depends on, where you live. And again, if you are coming in from FDU out of state, again, I did include, if you click on the New Jersey region link, which again, everyone will have this slide deck today. They will have it by the end of the day today for their own keeps. But you click on that link, it basically will send you over to all the regions that we had for IMA. So moving on with that. Gaining an edge with the CMA. So what is the CMA? Well, the CMA is a globally recognized certification, not a license, unlike the CPA that is granted by a U.S. state. Someone sitting for the CMA in the United States is sitting for the exact same exam as someone in China, in Dubai, in Japan, in the Netherlands, anywhere in the world, for an example. The CMA covers critical skills and knowledge that accounting and financial management professionals need to be successful in their careers. And CMAs are trained to be strategic thinkers. They interpret financial information and provide guidance to senior management to support the company strategy. And again, it basically focuses on advanced skills in accounting and financial management, such as financial planning, analysis, control, and decision support. I kind of think about it like this. If you had accounting and finance, you mashed it together, you had the best of both worlds. That's how I kind of viewed it when I first heard about it. And also enhanced strategic thinking. CMAs can explain the why behind the numbers. So now you're probably wondering, well, Jack, what is the exam? Is it going to be like the CPA exam? Absolutely not. It's actually going to be half of what the CPA exam is. Even with the CPA evolution coming out in 2024, it's actually going to be half of that. And I'm going to explain that right about now. So the CMA exam is comprised of 2 parts, testing your fluency in both accounting and finance. The exams are each 4 hours in length, starting with 100 multiple choice questions and concluding with 2 essay scenarios, which are like mini cases. The exam parts can be taken in any order. So you can take part 2, you can take part 1 first. It depends. It all, varies however you feel. So this slide here will provide a high level overview of the test topics. Does any of this look familiar to you? I'm going to answer that question once we get to the end of the slide. So let's talk about part 1 of the exam, which is called Financial Planning, Performance, and Analytics, and it has 6 sections. The first one, which is External Financial Reporting Decisions, and it covers financial accounting topics, similar to what you have learned in your intermediate financial accounting course. So here at FDU, if you took IFA 1 and IFA 2, basically those topics you learn, that's going to apply into part 1. The next 3 sections, planning, budgeting, and forecasting, performance management, and cost management, cover topics that you would learn in your cost or managerial accounting course, such as the master budget process, variance analysis, balanced scorecard, job order costing, and activity-based costing, et cetera. So I think at FDU, we do have an intro to managerial accounting. We have a cost accounting class. So basically the stuff you learn there, it's going to apply in there. Oh, well, this is, that's weird. Let me just get that out of there. I'll just get that out of there. Okay, perfect. All right, sorry about that. The 4th section covers best practices, which is internal controls. I don't know why my notes are acting up on me today. There we go. All right. Finally, the 4th section covers best practices, internal control, and the final section, which is technology and analytics. This section covers content related to accounting information systems, or AIS, including topics such as data governance, technology enablement, and data analytics. So basically, anyone who took AIS, that's the stuff you're learning in there is actually going to be on the CMA exam. And actually, if it's a fun fact, because I actually heard this from one of my employers I worked with them with, some of the stuff that you learn in AIS is actually in the CPA exam. Just want to throw that plug in there. So after you take part 1 and you pass that, you take part 2, which is strategic financial management. This has 6 sections, and you can see that includes, that should not be there. I apologize there. My computer's acting all wonky today. And it includes some finance topics, but majority of it is accounting. So the first part, which is financial statement analysis, enable media. All right. Enable block. All right, good. Sorry about that. Financial statement analysis focused on financial ratios. So that's liquidity ratios, profitability ratios, turnover ratios. You're expected to calculate the ratios and interpret them. For example, how is your company trending over time? How does it compare to the competitors in the industry? Then we have corporate finance, which focuses on the risk and return models and financial instruments. Then we have decision analysis, covers things like variable and fixed costs, cost, volume, profit analysis, and the contribution margin income statements. Then we have risk management, which focuses on best practices in enterprise risk management. Companies need to be prepared to managing risk by identifying them and creating plans to defer transfer, I think, in everyone's best interest to avoid them altogether, which I think that's what I would want to do. Because again, I don't want to take any risks in life. I want to play it safe. So then we have investment decisions. The investment decisions section covers capital budgeting techniques like discounted cash flow methods, NPVs, IRRs, and other ways to evaluate investment for organizations. If you take an intermediate financial analysis, basic stuff you learn in there is also going to apply in the CMA exam. And finally, the last section focuses on professional ethics. Ethics is such an important part to the IMA as well as the profession. We cover IMA's statement of ethical professional practice in this exam section. Believe me, what I've said in previous presentations about ethics being important on the CPA and the CFA exam, it is also important on the CMA exam. The content covered in the CMA exam is very, very relevant. If you were to show this list of topics to a senior leader in finance or accounting, they would tell you that they would need employees who have a mastery of these skills. And the difference is in the numbers. As the old saying goes, like I always say to you guys, numbers never lie. Each year, the IMA conducts a salary survey of its members and accounting finance professionals in the United States. In 2021, the survey showed that in the US, CMA certified accounting professionals between the ages of 20 and 29 earn on average 37% more in total compensation than their non-certified peers or non-CMAs. Now, let me just throw this disclaimer out of the way. Keep in mind that this does not mean that you will automatically receive a 37% increase on your salary. And believe me, if you're taking the CMA exam just to get a bigger paycheck, then don't do it. If you really want to get more involved in the accounting profession and want to stand out from the rest, I highly suggest you do, but don't do it because of the money. The skills and knowledge that you acquire as a result of the CMA, along with hard work, excellent performance, and strong ethics, will help you become a high achiever, and you can be rewarded over time with a higher salary. And basically, the whole message here is this. The CMA certification provides a positive ROI, or in this case, a positive return on investment. It is worth your while to become a CMA. Now, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of praise for the CMA. So basically, we have David Burritt, who's a CMA, who's also the president and CEO of US Steel. Yes, he's actually CMA certified. We also have Ashley B. Gibson, who is also CMA and CPA certified, and also is a digital finance senior manager at Accenture. And then we have Christian Koznek. I pronounced his last name wrong. I apologize if I butchered it by any way. He was also CMA certified. He also was the 2019-2020 IMA Global Board of Directors. He's also the Vice President of Finance at Johnson & Johnson Vision. All right, now I'm going to show you guys the video. So let me make sure you guys can hear it. Make sure I'm going to show my screen. All right. So let me just do a little test run to make sure you guys can hear it. If anyone could please unmute themselves, say if you hear this, just let me know. But
I don't believe there's a limit.
Can anyone hear that? Thumbs up, everyone. You guys can hear that? All right. All right, good. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the video for the CMA student video of how you can take advantage of it. Thank you, Kevin, for that. Thank you. All right, here we go.
I don't believe there's a limit with the CMA. I think it's valuable in any role, whether that's as an auditor in public accounting or as a controller in a private company, and even as a CEO or CFO.
CMA kind of gets you ready for the real world, especially as a student. It's a way to know what the real world's going to be like and using those skills that you've learned in the classroom, but applying them in a real way.
My decision to take the CMA started when I interned with Cummins. They're huge supporters of IMA and the CMA designation. I can't believe I have a job 1 year in advance.
The CMA creates kind of a gold standard for management accountants. So when someone sees that on your resume, it says, hey, you're a CMA, it's no, I can equate you to all the hardworking people in my firm that have their CMA.
One of my friends told me it best when they said, you know, maybe a CPA certification might get you the interview for a corporate position, but the CMA allows you to keep that position once you get it. So I thought that was really interesting.
I consider the CMA certification to be a business certification more than just an accounting certification, because if you look at the content that's covered on the CMA exam, it's got virtually content from every business area. You're talking about coverage on accounting, finance, production, quality control. It exposes students to be well-rounded business leaders rather than just be in an accounting niche.
See, it's something different, guys. I'm not making you guys hear me talk all the time. See, I'm trying to make it engaging as possible. All right, back to our regularly scheduled broadcast here. Let's bring you guys back to the slides. Yeah, I know. We have to continue the slides, but don't worry, I have more videos on the way. All right, so now I'm going to just tell you guys a couple of young professionals who actually pursue the CMA exam. So we have Adam Milano, who's a CMA, a CPA, who's an M&A advisor and manager at Deloitte. Fatima El Wakil, who's a CMA, and also is global data platform leader, who's also data analytics COE at Universal. I think she actually does work now. I think at Wilton Gun Implant. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she does, but if not, I apologize. Because I heard somebody's name is actually the same as it was weird. Anyway, then we have Eric Mowers, the CMA, who's a finance manager at Cummins Inc. All righty, back to my slides. Here we go. All right, so now you're probably encouraged and excited. You're like, Jack, I really want to pursue the CMA exam. What do I do now? Well, I'm going to tell you how you do it. All right, so first of all, the program requirements to be ordered to become a CMA, you have to pass the 2 exam parts as well to fill the education requirement and work experience requirement. The bachelor's degree from accredited college or university, FDU Silberman as an example. So anyone who's here is accounting or finance, you are good. You're on the right track here. So the education requirement states that you must have a bachelor's degree from an accredited university or college. The degree can be any major. However, most CMA candidates hold degrees in accounting or finance. Candidates are not required to have already earned their degree in order to sit for the CMA exam. Often students will sit for the CMA exam prior to graduation. I'll talk about how you can do that once we talk about the CMA scholarship. Candidates just need to complete their degree within 7 years of passing the CMA exam parts. As for the work experience, you need 2 years of relevant work experience. So a complete explanation of the types of positions that will fulfill the work experience requirement are listed in the CMA handbook on the IMA website. And funny enough, the IMA website actually got a whole redo, which I'm actually going to show you guys at the end of the presentation what that looks like, for anyone who's curious. In general, work experience that requires analysis will qualify, but internships and jobs that are clerical in nature will not be fulfill the work experience requirement. And then to maintain the CMA certification, CMAs are required to maintain their membership with IMA and to complete 30 hours of continuing professional education or CPE. Yes, I know it's the same thing as the NJCPA. You still have to do it for IMA. I know. Of those 30 hours, at least 2 of those hours must be ethics training. And funny enough, I actually attended an ethics training a couple, maybe 2 years ago. I attended, it was virtually. You know, I honestly at first glance that was boring, but then as I started going to like another one, and I actually got in depth about it, I actually learned more about ethics, how it could play a big role in accounting and finance. And you have to have an active membership at IMA. Now, the exam testing. So the exam is administered at 100 of computer testing facilities worldwide. Check our IMA website for details. There are 3 exam testing windows offered each year. So January, February, May, June, September, October, and candidates can schedule exams at their own pace. Part 1 and part 2 can be taken in any order. On average, candidates complete the program within 12 to 18 months, which if you really think about it, it's the same equivalent time of passing the CPA exam. You think about it. If you take the whole 18 months and literally you can complete the CMA exam within a year, you can, which is, it's crazy, but it's great. Check the Prometric testing website, review the guidelines, calculator policies ahead of time. Please do that. And just to note on something else here that I have here, I think, okay. So basically, yeah. So again, like I said, there's 3 testing windows offered each year. These are the only months when the CMA exam can be taken. If there's something that you want to pursue, I would take a look over the next year or so and start planning on when you think you might be able to sit for the exam. Take into consideration travel, plans, work, family, classes. If you're going for your grad, you're going for your MS or MBA, figure out which testing window you want to sit for and sort of work backwards, figuring out how much time you want to study each week. So you could break down the study time to prepare for the exam. Now, again, like I said earlier, part 1 and part 2 can be taken in any order. A lot of people like to take part 1 first because it seems natural to follow the flow of it, from least to greatest, going 1, 2, obviously. But you can start with either. If you feel like you're more an accountant than is your strength, start with part 1, and vice versa. If you're a finance major, then I would suggest starting part 2, then doing part 1. Play to your strengths, and part 2 does have a bit more finance content. So if you feel like you're more of a finance person, start part 2. They don't build on one another. And then basically mentioned that. Oh, by the way, as students, you are a bit of an advantage because the content is very relevant to what you guys are learning in the classroom and very fresh. So everything I just mentioned about what isn't going to be in the CMA exam, that's basically what you guys are learning right now in your classes, your accounting classes, your finance classes. That is basically what you're learning for. They're literally preparing you to take the CMA exam. Even though they don't verbally say it, they're preparing for you just in case you actually want to take it. And if anyone's asking, oh, is there a fee? Yes, there are fees. It's not free. Okay, come on. You get this. I get it. You guys want free stuff, but you have to earn it. You have to pay for it. So the IMA cost. So the first step is to join IMA. So basically become an IMA member. So we have the professional members. It usually costs $230 a year plus a $15 one-time processing fee. Kind of similar to Beta Alpha Psi when they make you pay $75 for a one-time fee and then $15 annual fee. You have to tie those two together. Then you have to pay the CMA program entrance fee, which would be $250, and then register to sit for an exam port. That's basically $415 a part. So if I have my handy dandy calculator here, and I basically do that, that's basically $830 for both parts. However, since you guys are students, you actually are able to get a benefit from yours truly an IMA. So as a student, you will want to pay $39 a year. Pay the CMA program interest fee, $188. And to sit for CMA exam part, $311, which in reality, that equals out to $622 for the entire exam. And as a special gift for all of you guys who are here today, in person and virtually, you guys are actually able to join IMA for just $25 a year. Use promo code Campus23 and go to the IMA website and sign up for an IMA membership, and you only have to pay $25 a year. Again, please, I encourage everyone in this room right now in virtual to take advantage of this. This is only once in a lifetime you guys are able to use this, so please. And even if you aren't ready to commit to the CMA program at the time, we encourage you to join IMA now to take the advantage of the numerous membership benefits that we do have to offer. All right, now I'm finally going to talk about the CMA scholarship program like I've been talking about probably for a couple slides going on. Now, before I talk about that, just a little backstory about how I got involved in IMA and how I received the CMA scholarship. So back, I believe it was my freshman year, spring semester, I was invited to go to the IMA student leadership, student series. And basically, you know, I heard about what IMA is because I never heard of it at the time. I was only affiliated with NJCPA and AICPA. And I actually saw one of my good friends there who actually the head of the accounting department, Professor Wong West, and they were talking about the CMA scholarship. And I said to myself, you know, this is really a profession I want to go down in accounting. I really want to get CMA certified. And I heard of the CMA scholarship program. And I asked Professor West to actually nominate me for it, and he actually did. So then, funny enough, I then get an email saying, well, you know, they usually recommend it for juniors and seniors. You know, we could guarantee you that next year you'll get it. I said, I'm fine. And then apparently email me back like, oh, well, one kid dropped, you can have it now. I'm like, all right. You know, it's kind of a funny story to mention that. So the CMA scholarship program. So it is available to all accounting and finance students. And in order to receive the scholarship, students must be nominated by a faculty member. That's really the only stipulation to join the program. So you can ask any business professor. Just name a couple of few here at FDU. You guys need help with that. Professor Koza, who's the advisor of this club. Professor Best, Professor Bolshewitz, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Collier, Professor West, just a couple examples. Reach out to them and ask them to nominate you. So IMA offers 10 scholarships per year at every school, which covers all the costs related to the CMA program, which basically, if you do receive the CMA scholarship, you will receive the following: 3 years of IMA student membership, entries into the CMA exam program, 2 CMA exam sitting fees, and 1 whole year access to Glebe CMA study materials. In total, that's more than $2,000 in value. $2,000. That's a lot of money. So again, as my advice, and you guys don't take my advice, but again, I'm only saying this because I'm here presenting to you guys. Make sure you let your professors know and take advantage of this. You could sit for the CMA exam and you don't even have to pay a dime for it. Believe me, take advantage of this. And there's no essay, there's none of that. So believe me, there's none of that. It's basically just ask your professor to nominate you and that's it. So again, just want to throw that out there. All right, just want to throw a couple plugs there for IMA. A couple events are coming up in the next couple weeks and months. First off, the IMA Accounting Finance Conference. They'll be holding that this year, June 11th, June 14th, at the Hyatt Regency in Minneapolis, Minnesota. That is basically an accounting and finance conference for all IMA members to go and enjoy themselves, actually get to network with everybody. For the students, there is an IMA Student Leadership Conference. I know last year was held in Pittsburgh, PA, and this year it's going to be held in Detroit, Michigan. Yes, November 9th to November 11th at the Detroit Marriott and the Renaissance Center in Detroit, Michigan. Now, by the way, you could actually attend this for just $25, which gives you a free year of IMA, even if you don't use the promo code. And if you are an academic member or student member, you can go for free. And I definitely recommend that for any of our members who actually want to go for this. I think there might not be any virtual options. I don't know. I would have to look into that, but I think there isn't. And then finally, I actually just found this out today, actually. IMA's Women Leadership Conference. If I have our ladies there in the room here today and anyone's on Zoom, basically, this is a Women Leadership Summit. And believe me, I think it's a very, very engaging summit. It's awesome. It is going to be in person. It's going to be at Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. 8 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Central Time, so I'll probably in the Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Hopefully I got that right. I did include the link in the slides. You guys can register for it. So again, please take advantage of these. And by the way, I believe the IMA Women Leadership Conference is free, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's free. So after all I explained to you guys what the CMA exam is, why should I even care about it? Well, students that take the CMA exam before graduation, you can actually take it before graduation using the CMA scholarship. The CMA exam has topics you study for in college courses. You basically are learning this in your classes right now. Students are more efficient studiers than professionals who have been out of schools for many years. And like I said earlier in my presentations I've done with Wiley in the past, take advantage of it because you have a higher chance of passing. And IMA offers reduced membership and CMA exam related fees for students. If you're looking for an advanced certification to build your skills, resume, and earning potential, the CMA is the right and most definite choice for you. So again, just in summary, how to kickstart my future career, join IMA, use the promo code Campus23, talk to your professor without the CMA scholarship, tell me you heard it from this meeting, and if any other meeting I've done with IMA in the past for WMA, you can do that. Study and pass the CMA exam, graduate, get your relevant work experience, and then add CMA to your business card. Visit the IMA website at www.imanet.org. So before I move on to the CSCA exam, does anyone have any questions for me about the CMA exam? And if you guys don't feel like you guys want to put your mics on, again, you can just voice them in the chat, I have no problem. But again, you guys can see me after the meeting, just talk about more if you guys are too shy to answer. All right. Oh, geez. All right. Now, we're going to talk about the CSCA exam. I know probably no one's probably heard of this exam, but I'm about to educate you guys on this. So before even I explain that, I'm going to show you guys a video about how you can elevate your strategic skills with the CSCA exam. And thankfully, I don't have to take myself out of PowerPoint mode. I can actually just go right into this.
Are you currently serving in a leadership position or plan to one day? The CSCA certification program builds big picture strategy and analytical skills that help you and your organization meet the future with insight, agility, and confidence. You'll dive deep into strategic concepts, tools, and processes that become increasingly more important as you move up the leadership ranks, including strategic analysis and planning, creating and sustaining competitive advantage, and strategy implementation and performance evaluation. This certification is designed specifically for finance and accounting professionals who have earned the CMA, requiring you to apply your advanced knowledge of management accounting, business operations, and data-driven decision-making to strategy and leadership challenges. To study for the certification, you have flexible learning options. Create a personalized study plan by using the CSCA Content Specification Outline, Resource Guide, and the practice questions in the exam support package provided to all candidates. You can also take advantage of the IMA Strategy and Competitive Analysis Learning Series, an online learning resource that includes 5 in-depth courses, as well as a customizable practice question bank to help you get ready for the CSCA exam. The CSCA exam is offered twice a year in March and September at Prometric testing centers located around the world. You have 3 hours to complete 60 multiple choice questions and 1 written case study response. Are you ready to take your strategic thinking and leadership skills to the next level? Take action today and become a CSCA.
Thank you for that. Let's move on to the next one. So now I know the video probably explained it to you, but just to go more in simpler terms about this, what is a CSCA exam? So basically, it's a certified strategy and competitive analysis. So basically, it's a certification designed for IMA members who have passed both parts of the CMA exam. And it focuses on expanding your strategic planning and analysis skills, and it helps you master the concepts and techniques that are required to become a key player in driving the strategic planning process at your organization. So to move on further, you're probably now wondering, well, who is the CSCA for? So basically, the CSCA is for accounting and finance professionals who want to hold positions ranging from staff accountant to chief financial officer, and who want to aspire to expand their strategy knowledge for the current or future roles they want to receive in the future. So now you're like, okay, I'm interested now hearing how you do the CSCA. How do I do it? That's why I'm here to explain to you guys. So the program requirements. So you have to complete the CMA exam. You have to get a bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university. what you guys are here right now. So basically it's somewhat similar to what the CMA exam is. However, there's two things you have to do differently. Yes, you still have to have an active membership in IMA, but one, you have to pay the CSCA program entry fee, and then two, comply with IMA statement of ethical professional practice. And that's basically all you have to do. So basically you pay for the program entry fee, you pass that program, and you're CSCA certified. And I can't believe I forgot to actually put this in the slide, but I'm going to try and edit it now real quick so I don't. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, go. All right, so this should have said CSCA exam structure. So basically now I'm going to talk to you guys about the CSCA exam structure. So there's basically 3 levels of coverage that we define as follows. So basically as level A, which is requiring the skills of the knowledge and comprehension. Level B, requiring the skills of knowledge, comprehension, and application and analysis. And level C, requiring all 6 skills: knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. I'm not going to really read through all of these, but I will note this. All CSCA candidates have 2 years to pass the exam. The time period will begin when the date of entry into the CSCA program. The exam will be offered during the months of March and September. Candidates may now choose to take the CSCA exam remotely or in person at a Prometric test center. Grades are made available 8 weeks after the testing window, so basically 2 months after. But again, the most important part I'll talk about here is basically the creative competitive advantage. So that basically is 40% of the exam. The strategic analysis is 25% of the exam, and the strategy, implement, and performance analysis evaluation is 35% of the exam. The exam is 3 hours long. It's 60 multiple choice questions followed by 1 case study scenario. And the pass score is basically 280 out of 400, which if you think about it, that equates to a C- or 70. Just to throw that out there. All right. I think we have time for the videos. I think we do. Yes, we do. We do have time for the video. Oh, no, we could. All right, we could do it. All right. So I'm going to show you guys probably one or actually I might show you both the CSCA success stories, and then we will be almost done with this. So, all right. I'll show you guys the first one.
As a CMA, the CSCA seemed like the logical next step in furthering my education in strategy and competitive analysis. And in my role as Vice President of Finance, I'm looked at a lot to provide information and help lead the company into the future. I started studying for the exam by reading some of the recommended materials, including Harvard's 10 must-reads on strategy, and then I followed up with the IMA learning series on the subject matter. That earned me 21 hours of continuing professional education as well. My advice for someone considering the CSCA is just do it. It gave me the confidence I needed to go into strategic planning sessions because I knew I could make a valuable contribution.
There's one success story, and here's another one.
The CMA does a great job of setting up a professional for understanding how the numbers work and really how to measure success from a financial standpoint. What the CSCA does is it really builds upon that to drive home the value of strategy, from marketing, from looking at initiatives and how to ensure those initiatives align with culture, with core values, and really how to make these strategies successful. If I were to see candidates with the CSCA coming in, especially into my financial planning and analysis function, it's a great indicator that this person really understands not only that finance is a different kind of cost center that really supports everybody, but truly that it's a business partner in how finance really is changing. I think that anybody who's considering the CSCA credential should just go for it, honestly. It is something that, for a member of the IMA, it is not only something that will create value for you in the short run, as another credential. It's not just another credential. It truly is certifying that you are very knowledgeable in the various aspects of strategy, and that is fundamental to where the financial profession is heading.
All right, thank you, Derek and Tanya, for sharing your success stories with us. So the CSCA cost. So basically, you have to pay the program entry fee, like I talked about earlier. Is a one-time fee of $75. You have to register for the CSCA exam, which is $300. Now, there is something optional if you want to do it. However, you don't have to. But in my opinion, you really should do it, which is the IMA Strategy and Competitive Analysis Learning Series. Basically, will help you out on passing the CSCA exam. Finally, what happens after you pass the CSCA exam? Well, once you pass your CSCA exam, here's what you are going to expect. Your official CSCA certificate will be mailed to you within 2 weeks a passing exam if you remain a CMA or a CFM, which is certified financial market. I apologize if I butcher that. I apologize. Is in good standing. You will receive your CSCA digital badge in an email from our partner Acclaim, and by passing this exam, you will earn 30 CPE credits. 30 CPE credits, which you can use towards your annual CPE requirement. So that is legit, covering one whole year of CPE events, if you think about it. In order to maintain your CSCA certification, remember to keep your IMA membership and CMA in good standing. Ensure that you comply with the annual CMA requirement of 30 CPEs. All right. Now, I know I spoke a lot today about CMA and the CSCA exam, so I am going to open this up to the floor here, to everyone here in person, everyone on virtually. Does anybody have any questions about IMA, the CMA exam, the CSCA exam? Going once. Going twice. If you guys aren't asking any questions, that means I'm doing my job right. So yay me on that. All righty. I guess that is it for that. Again, you guys are gonna get this entire slide deck. At the end by tonight, you're gonna get this entire slide deck. You guys can keep it. It is yours. Use it, utilize it. And besides all the links for the register for the student conference and the IMA conference, and also for the Women Leadership Summit. You guys can sign up for those, and also sign up for the other, actually join the IMA NJ chapters. All right, let me stop sharing my screen. All right, so a couple, one announcement I'm gonna make. Next week, there will only be one meeting. Yes, one meeting next week, because unfortunately, our speaker who's coming next week, Joseph F. Kelly, cannot make it. He doesn't have a prior engagement. So we are trying to work with him to have him come and speak to us again this semester. And luckily enough, it actually is on the same day that we have the in-person career fair. So you guys are actually get the full 4 hours and go to the career fair, network with employers, use all the advice I gave you, that Pat and Mary and Paige gave you, even Missy. Use all the advice we gave you. Use the slide decks I even gave you. So next week, there will be one meeting. Primerica will be coming in, and I'll be Fern Temera will be coming in. I have no idea if she's coming in person or virtually yet. I have to figure that out, but I think most likely probably virtually. And the last announcement I'm going to make, Metro members. Yes, I have a very, very great surprise for you guys. You guys are going to get your very first in-person speaker at the Metro campus. Yes, April 25th, Cross River, as of today, will be coming to the Metro campus and speaking in person there. And guess what? Yours truly will be there in person on that day as well. So don't think I'm going to be here. I'm going to be at the Metro campus enjoying the meeting with you guys. It'll be our first in-person meeting at Metro. I am super pumped for that. The first in-person speaker at the Metro campus, which again, I never thought we actually were able to do it this semester, but for some reason, we're able to do it. So I'm very happy for that. I'm very, very pumped up about that. So again, does anybody have any questions or comments before we all part ways for the week? Anybody going once, twice?
Well, what day, Tuesday or Thursday next week, do we not have that?
So basically next week, and I believe I will probably make an announcement on our social pages, and it will be up there on the website. Tuesday at 6 to 7 p.m. Primerica will be coming in. There will not be any meeting next Thursday because of the in-person career fair, which I highly suggest all of you guys to go and do that. Please go to that in-person career fair network. We're only trying to make sure you guys are putting your best foot forward. So hopefully that answers your question about that. And I do know, I think from the presentation, I think from the PDP event, there is transportation for Metro members. So again, if you want to come on the foreign campus, please go talk to Paige Altano. She will set everything up for traveling there and back. Again, that's all I've heard about that. And finally, yes, there are no PDP points again, because I have no idea why. I don't know if they're even doing it anymore for clubs. I really have no idea. But yeah, so if that's all being said, that is it. Thank you guys so much. And then e-board members to stay behind. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys all on Tuesday for our meeting with Primerica. Thank you guys so much.